If you are not following up with your warm leads and the people that you've already worked with, your clients, you are leaving so much money on the table. Welcome back to On the Job. My name's Jacob. We are back on the job. Just finished up a project and it's construction. We didn't do progress updates though. This location, for whatever reason, the client wants it done every few months. So I called this out first when they were starting the project, and I couldn't get them to do monthly. They didn't want to do that. So for this one, came back. They requested it. And one thing, like we're shooting marketing materials for the most part, and just like showing what's happening to everyone who's involved in the project, and doing some FPV interior and exterior because they're doing a total demo, just renovation of these buildings. And what I learned is the person that I'm always in contact with, she reaches out when she needs help, when she needs me occasionally. And I'll send over invoice, she'll pay real quick, I'll send over links to the footage, and I'll send over details of when I'm coming out and stuff. And if I ever say, hey, like, I'm wondering if you need other work done. Do you need additional projects, here in the city captured? We're happy to do that. We can do monthly if you want to, because I'm always trying to upsell with my clients. I'm always trying to follow up, like, hey, I know we did this one, but when do you want me to come out next time, next visit? A lot of times she'll just like ghost me. But when we have a project where I'm sending deliverables, telling her when I'm going out, or sending an invoice for a project, always paid, always prompt response. And whenever I say, hey, when do you want me to come out for the next visit? Crickets. And so I looked back at my email, back and forth, and I saw there were like 3 or 4 emails that I had sent over the last month or two going, hey, do you want us to come back for this project? Do you want us to do this? Are there other projects? And she never responded to any of them. But she got to the point where she needed me. And this week she was like, hey, can you go out to this project, this job site? We want to get some footage. I'm like, yeah, are you looking for some interior FPV stuff as well? And she's like, yeah, 100%, do that as well. And it just like goes to show, number one, people are busy, so they're not always going to respond to you, and that's okay. There's an art to the follow-up. You've just got to do it consistently and really not take offense to it. Because I could get mad and go, oh my gosh, this client, she won't respond to me. Like, what's her problem? They don't want to work with me. I guess I won't ever talk to them again. Or I can just say, she's probably busy and she'll call me when she needs me. And that happens so many times where I'll either follow up once a quarter or once a month for a client. They won't respond. Maybe I'll follow up in another month, another quarter, and then they'll say, hey, thanks for reaching out. We actually just got a project and we're thinking about getting drone work for it. Can you, schedule it out? Well, if I got upset that they didn't respond to one of my emails, then I would have lost them as a client, or I wouldn't have thought to like follow up again. And so people are busy. They may not respond the first time, and that's okay. Like, really the art, like what the follow-up is you just staying top of mind, like reminding them that you exist. I've been flying drones now for 7+ years, and I'll have clients that'll, email me or call me sometimes and go, hey, are you still doing drone work? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still doing drone work. Like, nothing's changed. I've been doing it 7+ years. Like, of course, like, what do you mean? But people forget about me, and that's okay. People are going to forget about you too, and that's fine. You've just got to stay top of mind. You've got to follow up with them, whether it's once a quarter, once a year at least, or even, sooner than that, because you want to get on their radar so that when the right time comes, because the thing is, like, there are probably 10% of people that are ready to buy, needing a project, needing something booked today. Then there's 80% of people who are in between, like may need something down the road, may need it like soon, may need it later. And then obviously there's 10% that are just never gonna buy or never gonna be interested in, sending you work. That's fine. But like the 80%, if we're just relying on the 10% of people that are like ready to buy right now, like we've got to be willing to warm people up. So whether it's past clients or hot leads that were interested at one point. Another job that I had, they were wanting me to do a groundbreaking, capture the groundbreaking, and they were having like the mayor out, they were having a bunch of other people out, and I was like, yeah, we can get it set up for this price. I think it was like $550. We'll capture. I just need to get approval, and then I'll send over the contract. Once the contract's signed, I'll send over payment terms, and then we'll get it on the calendar. And they never responded. And so I was like, shoot, like maybe they don't want to go with me anymore. Maybe they don't want me to like go out and shoot the project. And so since I knew when the date of the groundbreaking was, like a couple days before, I called them. I had emailed like a couple times, and then I called and said, hey, like the only reason I'm calling is because I know you had requested, this groundbreaking, and I know the date's this Wednesday. So are you guys still wanting to move forward with that? Or are you not wanting drone work anymore? And they were like, oh yeah, 100%. Like, can we get you out? And I was like, yeah, the only thing is we just need a contract signed, and then we'll get the invoice over to you. And he's like, oh yeah, do whatever you need to do. Like, let me get that right on that right away. And a lot of times what I see when I'm coaching other drone pilots is they'll have that back and forth with someone, and they'll say, yeah, we want to help you. We want to, get you out on the job site. We want to get you out to do this type of work, and we're going to be, the next couple weeks or so. Then maybe the date gets closer, you don't hear from them, and then you get offended because they haven't followed up with you. When like in reality, like they're busy. They're doing other things. They're not necessarily thinking top of mind, like drone guy needs to be out for this project. And so then maybe you get offended and don't follow up with them. And then after the fact, maybe they reach out and they go, oh man, I wish you would come out. We thought you were going to be out there. Or, they just don't ever respond and you don't get the business, right? Either way, it's a lose-lose for you and for the client. So a lot of times what I teach and what I do is I take the initiative for, the client and the prospect for what they're needing. And I'm pushing the timeline up. I'm making sure that they're, well communicated with, they know what's going on. Because I want to make sure at the end of the day that I've done my part. I don't want to leave money on the table if a client's like wanting to work with me, but maybe something came up and maybe they're not the right person to communicate about that project anymore. That's okay. Let me just go to the next person. Like there have been a few times when I've said, hey, John, are you the right person to talk to about this project? Or is there someone else like your assistant or, project manager that I'd be able to kind of set this up with and make it easier on you? Because at the end of the day, everyone's busy. Everyone's got stuff to do. I don't want to be another nagging thing on their, list of things to do. I want it to be like, man, I really like working with this guy. I really, I'm excited to get the footage from him. I'm excited to have him come out and do his job. Versus, oh man, do we really need drone work? Like, can we find somebody else? Maybe not, I don't know. And then it's more of like, they're frustrated. I want to make it easy to work with. Like, ask yourself every day, am I making it easy for my clients to work with me? And if the answer is no, or if the answer is like, I don't know, maybe, then we've got room to grow. You've got room to grow in getting just better at one, communication, but also just helping the client and not taking things personally. So moral of the story, don't take things personally. Follow up with clients to get that repeat business. Follow up with warm leads because they may be interested and then fall off, forget about you. That's fine. They still might be interested. You just might have to pitch them again and say, hey, I'm still here. I still want to provide value to you. Like, do you want to set something up still? And maybe like I've had other people like clients or leads say, hey, honestly, I'm actually not the right person to talk to about this anymore. I changed roles, this person took over, so talk to this person. Boom, all of a sudden I get a warm introduction to the next person who could be the decision maker to get me out. So never burn the bridge. Like you want to do your due diligence on your side to be prompt, professional, as good. And one of the videos that I have is like areas and bottlenecks that you can be, skills that you need to build. One of those is communication. Get better at your communication. Don't take things so personally. That's a big part of the communication process because you're hearing it a certain way. Maybe they didn't say that at all. Like how you're interpreting how they're responding to your correspondence, like emails or texts or whatever, like you could be completely wrong in thinking that they're mad at you or thinking that they're frustrated. Don't take it personally. Communicate better. Follow up, because if you're not, you're leaving money on the table. So I'm gonna go grab some lunch, but hopefully found that valuable. Check out some other videos on the job or the other videos that I have, because at the end of the day, I make these videos just because I want you to make more money flying drones. So get that drone in the air, go fly, go make some money, and tell me about it.